This Coast to Coast Entertainment Network program is brought to you by Beside Me Bracelets. Our bracelets are handmade for any occasion. Use the promo code Coast to Coast for 15% off. Visit their website at besideme.com. Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry. With 24-hour shopping available, use the code 160920 and show her some love, like she showed us. Reaper Apparel Company, a commitment to live your most authentic way every single day. Visit reaperapparelco.com for more information and a look at all of their apparel offerings. And by Good Day Embroidery, your local source for custom embroidery, screen printing, and more. Log on to gooddayembroidery.com for more information.
Going MVP. Did you just say he has three brothers and one's name is Dante?
Yeah, Dante, Dana, and
Dante.
I would definitely want to try a spaghetti and meatball Pop-Tart. I mean, who would a TSA office over there? Spider!
I would also be the one that tickled the snail as well. Because think about how easy of a job that is.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, I don't either.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I am Ace, and yes, that is right. I am back after a 2-week hiatus. I am feeling better. Not 100% yet, but I am feeling better. And so and Dragon Viper, how are you doing tonight, my man?
I'm doing good. Just looking forward to this show. And definitely been a long day, but I gotta work tonight, so hopefully that goes well.
And of course, Callan saying good evening, everyone, minus whatever Square Leong is in. I caught the network crud from Adam, so I'll be commenting tonight. Can't wait for the movie review segment. Yes, Callan caught it from me. My bad. It's the network crud. Yes, but I'm doing much better now. I'm glad to be back. This is the first night that I actually felt up to actually doing it, and so I'm excited to be here. Right now, it's just Dragon Viper and myself. I don't know if Isaiah is going to be back on at any moment. I don't know. Callan, I'm glad you're in the comment box. We do have some very exciting topics for you to talk about. That's going to be coming up. Gene Carlson saying, "Hey, y'all." So, Gene, what's going on?
Hey, Mom.
You're having a good night, too? All right, absolutely. And maybe we'll have some guests pop in here and there. You never really know. But anyways, did you have anything exciting happen to you this week?
Not that I can think of. I'm trying to think of something because I could have sworn there was something, but no. I mean, Sunday I went and took a drive for about 4 hours. It was pretty nice, even though it did rain. But I'm a person that loves to drive, so as long as it's not snowing, I'm good, and I'll drive anywhere. So other than that, everything's been good.
I'm back. All right. So Callan's saying I'm on the mend myself. Advil, Airborne, Vicks have been my friends since Tuesday. So I will say, yes, the Vicks thing is great. The Vicks thoroughly helped me out. There was also another thing that helped me out. I don't even have asthma, but an inhaler actually helped because it actually opened up the airway more. So that actually helped a lot too. A lot of cough drops. A lot of that was really helping. Whatever this crud is, man, it's bad. It's like it feels like it's gone, but then it like comes back with a vengeance. And so it's crazy how that happens. But I'm hoping we're finally at the end of this. And Callan's, yes, a lot of Ricolas and Halls. Absolutely. They have that advertisement on TV that the cough drops. It's those Vicks cough drops that they have that they say it's like great for your cough and stuff. I'll tell you, I got a pack of those. Those are the strongest freaking cough drops that I've ever had in my life.
Oh
those
yeah.
things those things are so strong that I was like, oh my god, that was crazy. I will never have those again. Like it's like eating those is like taking straight Vicks from the jug and like putting it in your mouth. That is legitimately how strong they are.
Oh yeah.
They're bad. They're
I
bad.
have a pack in my bathroom that I only used one, and
And now you know why.
Wrong.
hmm So you know the pain.
Yeah, I
So
do.
you know the pain of it. Absolutely. They're that strong. They know the pain. And so Callan's saying, I've used those before. They are insane and amazing. I also use a thing called Vocal Zone, which is a cough drop for public speakers. They do wonders. I might try that. I might try it. I might consider that. It's got to be better than those freaking Vicks cough drops, because those things are freaking terrible. But anyways, we can go ahead and jump into a few of our topics that we have tonight. I know the first one that I wanted to pull up. I know that this is one that when I saw this, I'm like, this would make Isaiah's day complete. Right off the bat, I knew this would make his day complete. So I was like, yes, we definitely do have to talk about this one. And so what is this talk about? So McDonald's is actually coming out with what is now going to be a double Big Mac.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what it's going to look like. Hey, what's going on, Tanner? What's up? We hope you're having a good night.
What's up, Tanner?
That is the double Big Mac right there. So if you're a Big Mac fan, there's that double. And they're going to be serving them around the United States now. Like everywhere. So, Isaiah, I know you're a McDonald's fan. I know you love your McDonald's. I can guarantee this is something that you're going to be trying, correct?
Well, first of all, I just want to say this. Adam, it's great to have you back. Glad to see that you're on the mend from the brutal cold that you had, I think, for a few weeks. So glad that you're better. Am I a McDonald's fan? Let me just say this. I used to was a McDonald's fan. Was a McDonald's fan. But folks, I'm a true East Coaster now. I'm Dunkin' Donuts. I'm all about the Dunkin' now, because they have a new Dunkin' here at the airport, and I've been eating Dunkin' like literally every single day. So wanted to get that out there. But as far as this like loaded Big Mac, I've honestly never been the biggest Big Mac fan. I think I've only had like one Big Mac in my entire time living on Earth. I'm more of like a fish fillet, quarter pounder, McRib, chicken nuggets type of guy. Like, I don't know. There's just something about the Big Mac that just really turns me off. Maybe it's the sauce, but I know with this, like, I see what you have. Is it 6 patties? There's like 6 patties in here, or is it 4?
To me, it's 4. It's 4.
Okay. So it looks like 4 patties plus you have lettuce, a lot of cheese. I mean, this is the dream right here, burger wise, for a lot of burger fans. But sadly, I'm not really like the biggest Big Mac fan. Now, if they made like double McRibs, sign me up any day of the week. I know they have double quarter pounder with the 2 quarter pounder patties. And that's delicious, but I'm still waiting for the quadruple quarter pounder. I want to eat a whole pound of beef, not just, a quarter pound, half pound, 3/4 of a pound. No. I want to eat the whole pound of beef. Give me the whole cow. That's what I want to eat.
Oh my god.
So Callan's saying he actually tried one of those in Japan in 2008 and actually was able to finish it. And then Tanner is saying he loves the McDonald's double fillet of fish. So the fillet of fish is not bad either. And Callan's saying ever since I got food poisoning from Mickey D's, I'll never eat there again. I'll stick to Jack in the Box, Carl's Jr., and the local taco shop. So
And the local Cuban sandwich shop too.
So Dragon Viper, let me ask you, is this a burger that you absolutely have to try?
You know, I've cut back eating a lot because I'm trying to lose weight. But I probably would. Because my main thing with McDonald's before I cut back, I would actually get 2 Big Macs. So yeah, I definitely would probably break, the kind of diet I'm kind of on. I would break that for trying one of those big things, and I would finish it too. So yeah, most definitely.
So Tanner saying, might I suggest instead of McDonald's, have you guys heard of Chick-fil-A? Absolutely heard of it, love it. So Chris is also saying, I prefer Hardee's double cheeseburger myself. Yeah, but this is like
I got
double
a question.
Yeah.
What is Hardee's?
Hardee's is like it's a fast food restaurant again. It's kind of like it's Hardee's. Fresh from the
Is it like
Hardee's.
McDonald's or Burger King?
Yeah, it's fresh from the kitchen at Hardee's.
I've never heard of it, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
It's kind of like another name for Carl's Jr.
Oh, okay.
So,
I think I've seen one before. Like, I think I've seen like a Hardee's before. Does it have the same logo as Carl's Jr.?
yeah, it has a star on it and everything else.
Okay, yeah, I think I've seen it before, but I don't think I've tried it because there's not a lot here in California.
Have you heard of fresh from the kitchen at Hardee's?
No, never have.
Okay, well, that's their jingle. That's what they have.
Mhm.
And so Callan's saying yes, Chick-fil-A for sure. Tanner's saying that's a crying shame. And then Callan's also saying Hardee's is the Midwest/East Coast version of Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
Okay.
So similar to it, but again, I'm right there with you. When I'm back to where I'm able to eat like a lot of food again without it affecting me right now, I'm gonna try this. When I see it there, I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna go try it. And I can tell you, I'm excited for it. Isaiah, you were gonna say something?
Yeah, I got a suggestion for you, Adam. Instead of trying this double Big Mac, which it looks good, don't get me wrong, but may I offer up the Isaiah burger to you, which is, I don't know if you guys saw my post on Facebook, but the other day I had Oreos, a salmon burger, and some spinach and some feta cheese. So I put I took the Oreos apart, right? I took the Oreos apart and I put a little bit of a salmon burger piece on it, put some spinach on it, put some feta cheese on it, put the other Oreo piece on the Oreo. I mean, it was not bad. It was sweet. It was salty. It was delicious. I really recommend you guys try it.
No.
If you guys want to see it, look on my Facebook.
No.
Dude, that's disgusting. That is why I would never try an Isaiah burger. I would never try it. Welcome in, Christy. So Tanner is saying, but in terms of burgers, I have to say either In-N-Out or a Whataburger. And then Callan's saying Carl's Jr. getting rid of the green burrito was a disgrace. They had an amazing taco salad.
I bet they did.
Thank you, Tanner. That just sounds like pure insanity.
It is
yes,
pure insanity.
I 100%
What is
agree with
what
you.
is that? What
That-
is that? A 1 pound Big Mac?
Yeah, but what we're
Oh my
talking about
God.
is the Isaiah hamburger. That's what
The
we're talking
Isaiah
about.
burger, Christy.
The Isaiah
Isaiah
burger.
burger.
Oh,
That's what we
Okay.
were talking about.
Okay.
Oreo,
The gross
salmon,
disgusting-
feta cheese, and spinach.
That dude,
No.
the gross face right there.
even my mother is disgusted
yes.
by it. No.
Yes.
And even Callan saying, no, make it stop. He would literally fail every health inspection.
Yeah, I could see that.
Me,
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
I could as well.
I could see that. I could 100% see that. If I walked into a restaurant and they go, hey, do you want to meet our chef? And I go, sure. And they go, our chef is this guy. And Isaiah comes walking out. I'm like, peace, I'm out of here.
Yep, I'm
Yeah,
walking
it's like,
out
sayonara. I'm out.
Deuces,
Later.
I'm out.
I'm out.
later.
Later.
And Tanner saying, I hope to God this guy never cooks for me. Well, just never let him close enough to you to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Adam, when you
Oh,
come to the Bay, I'll cook for you. How about that?
No, not gonna happen.
No, it's not,
Not
no.
going
If
to
I go to
happen.
the Bay, it'll never happen.
Nope, same here.
Never.
That would not happen.
No.
In the words of Mr. Krabs, he killed the health inspector.
I killed the health inspector.
There's a health inspector. Yeah.
There
So
you go.
I did have to bring that up because that burger looks delicious, but it led us into a lot of conversations about
Yes.
different burgers and
Mhm.
and different places that
Yeah.
that you would want to try.
Well, I'll still stick with a Hardee's double cheeseburger. Thank you. And I'm not just saying that because I work there. So
This stuff's actually, I'm not gonna lie, this stuff's actually making me hungry.
Me too. I'll
I
have to
just
stop
can't
by
get over
McDonald's
there's
on the
4
way to
patties
work.
of meat. It reminds me of a burger that when I worked at a locally owned burger place a long time ago. That's what it kind of reminds me of with the sauce and the lettuce and the cheese and everything. I'm like, whoa,
Okay, so let me ask
that's
you this.
huge.
Since we're on the topics of burgers, let me ask you this, and I want to know flat out. Okay, and it's okay to tell me ew, gross, but I want to know: am I the only one who does this? So let's say you're camping, right? And you put the burgers on the grill. You cook the
Right.
grill. When the burgers are done, you have your baked beans, maybe your potato salad, your macaroni salad. So when you're done, so sometimes what I've done before, and you might slap a little bit of cheese on that hamburger, you know, but when you're done with that, so what I've done before is I've taken the baked beans and I put it on top of the burger.
That doesn't sound that bad, to be honest.
Of course.
Is that
Of course.
like I want to know, is that crossing a line? Because to me, that's it's not bad. It's actually not bad.
See,
I don't
it's
know.
one thing. It's one thing when you have the hamburger that's next to the beans, and it it kind of barely gets on there. But not pouring it on the burger. No.
I'm the same way. I just wouldn't do it. Callan.
In-N-Out
In-N-Out
burger, that's what a
that's-
hamburger is all about.
Yeah, and the problem is I've
Yeah.
never been to. I've heard of In-N-Out, but I've never been
And,
there.
and Tanner's saying that sounds really good. Actually, it is. I'm telling you, it's really
I'm
not
sorry.
bad.
Sorry.
And then Callan's like, I dig it. There's a place in SoCal that puts chili on their burgers.
Okay, I don't have an issue with a chili burger because there's a lot of different places that do it that
Yes,
do it all the
but-
time.
I
But
like chili burgers.
what
I
the
wouldn't-
baked beans does is when you put it on the burger, it kind of gives it that little bit of sweetness. So
But no, baked beans and chili are two different things. At least to me, I would eat a
Yeah.
chili burger. I would not eat a baked beans burger.
well,
To me, burger
obviously
and baked
they're
beans are
different.
just meant to be separate.
Well, obviously they're different, but the baked beans, it gives it that little bit of sweetness.
Nah,
It's that perfect.
nah.
Like I'm not sitting here saying I make an Isaiah burger because I don't do
No.
that.
I think that is the equivalent of an Isaiah burger with the baked beans. Especially if he admits it. Especially if the dude in Square 3 is admitting he will eat it. So
Yeah, but how's that? Like, that's not even relatively close to an Isaiah burger, because baked beans on top of a burger. I always say, at least try it. Try it. It's not bad. It's not bad. Sweet and salty done right, unlike some salmon Oreo abomination. Exactly.
God damn.
And Callan saying, look up Tommy's famous burgers, huge SoCal burger joint that's very big in Orange and LA counties. And no, Isaiah, San Diego and LA are not in the same place.
Oh my
I
god.
think there is a good amount of distance between Los Angeles and San Diego.
Yeah.
There is.
And this is coming from someone who's never been to the state of California, and even I know that.
I've been to both San Diego and LA. They're far apart.
Never been to either one. My husband's been to San Diego and Anaheim, California, and San Francisco. He's told
I got a story about that. So,
oh boy.
I don't know if you guys know this, but Alaska has been canceling a lot of our flights due to like an incident that we had. So, one of our I think it was our San Diego flight that got canceled. So the passenger wanted me to rebook them on another San Diego flight. So I told him, I got a better idea for you. Why don't you just fly into LA, or you fly into Ontario, California, or Burbank, which is some of the destinations that we serve. And why don't you just go there, because they're basically San Diego. Take a bus or whatever, take a car, have someone pick you up. I mean, it's definitely close distance anyway. So that person actually took me up on the offer, because we paid for a rental car for them. But the person took me up on the offer. They flew down to LA. They rented a car because we paid for it, and they drove all the way down to San Diego. So problem solved, right, guys?
Who would take your advice anyway?
Someone.
Hey, I'm a travel agent. Come on, I'm a travel agent.
You should not be a travel agent ever.
No.
I would never.
Never a travel agent. Ever.
No.
That would be
Sorry.
bad.
Come to me for travel advice, guys.
If I asked you where somewhere was, I'd end up 1,000, 2,000 miles away from where I wanted to be. No.
Well, Dragon Viper, I will say this though. I will say, and it's okay to admit this, because we are men, and we as men have a tendency of doing that, right? When somebody pulls up and they go, "Hey, do you know where this place is?" Typically, as men, we're gonna be like, yeah, I do. If you just go up a couple blocks and you take a right and right there, and then you go up there a little bit more and you take a left, you go about a mile up the road, it's right there. Because we don't want to say, nope, I don't know where the heck it's at. So typically we're like, absolutely. Even if we don't know where it's at, we're gonna go out and we're gonna say it.
Okay, so but originally might be a block or two off, whatever. Isaiah, it'd be thousands of miles difference. So
you'd be literally halfway. You'd be pretty much literally halfway across the country.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Trust me.
In California. Next thing you know, you'd be in like Kansas City, Missouri, or something like that.
No, I get that difference. And that's why I said Isaiah could never be a travel agent. But my point is, as men, we do that. Like, we will tell people, go here, even though we may not know where it's at. I still have dudes out there probably looking for places that I don't know. So, and Tanner's saying going to him for travel advice sounds like the equivalent of asking Charlie Sheen for health advice. So Callan's saying it's a 2-hour commute right now from my house to LA. Tell me how that's close, Leon.
Well, in California terms, I mean, a 2-hour commute is like, when we describe a 2-hour commute, that's close. That is close, because we're used to driving like 3-4 hour distances. So
it isn't.
It's
2 hours is not that close, man.
Try driving 4.5 hours from where I live to the next largest city in the southwestern part of Montana.
Anyway,
that's brutal.
So anyway, let's go on to our next topic of the evening. And this one is actually about a lady who decided that she wanted to she filed a $5 million lawsuit against Hershey, accusing them of false advertisement.
I read this.
Yeah,
What
and so
is
yeah,
this?
so basically what it is that you can see on this picture that the picture, like,
It's
on the
supposed to be a
package, it
smelling
shows a
pumpkin.
picture of a
Yes.
pumpkin on the package, right? Like a chocolate,
Right.
a chocolate
Like a
pumpkin.
Hershey
It's a
pu-
Reese's.
Reese's. Mhm.
It's supposed to be in the shape of a pumpkin with like a pumpkin face with the jack-o'-lantern thing going on, or whatever. So she opened it, realized that the candy inside didn't actually look like that. So because the candy didn't look like that, she decided to sue Hershey for $5 million for false advertising and saying that they were in the wrong because they showed that it was supposed to look like this and it did not.
Does anybody want to say anything?
Well,
I can't think of anything.
you can. So, I mean, you look at this situation, and it shocks me. You would think as like a lawyer or something, like, I'm sure somewhere along the lines they can look at this and be like, look, she probably has some form of case. They'll come up with something crazy. I can tell you they probably will. They'll probably come up with something crazy.
Yeah,
But anyway,
probably.
so Callan's saying can't wait for Leong to sue Duncan for false advertising when he wants to adopt a munchkin and not knowing he's ordering donut holes.
I'm actually eating Dunkin's right now, but I'm not eating
Oh,
donut
jeez.
holes. I'm eating a croissant.
Oh,
And then Tanner saying, my question is, why is she so concerned about what it looks like when the thing is going to be consumed anyways?
my point exactly.
Yeah,
Right?
that's my biggest thing.
Yeah.
That's what
Oh my
it's
god.
like. Why does it matter? Does it really matter what it looks like? You're eating the stinking thing anyway. So Callan's saying this is about as dumb as the dude suing his lottery group that we talked about a couple shows ago. Exactly.
Exactly. Oh my god.
But this lady's suing for $5 million. So let me get this straight. You spend, what are these things, like $2-3 or something like that?
Yeah.
So you spend $2 or $3 on these. You open it,
Well, I just gotta grab this,
and it doesn't look like
and then I'll
that.
come back and get you the milk.
And so because it doesn't look like that, you automatically think that you can that you're entitled to $5 million.
No.
Because you spent $2 or $3 on a freaking Reese's thing that's supposed to look like a pumpkin.
Yeah.
So, Isaiah, what's your thoughts?
You know, I'm known as at work as thing one, right? Or thing two sometimes. That's what some people call me at work. But even I know I wouldn't do something like that. That's just pure stupidity. Like, you see what it looks like in the package. Where on the package does it say that it looks like a pumpkin? It literally gives you an image of what it looks like, and it looks like that. It looks like, you know, a giant egg-shaped thing. And to be honest, though, if you look at the picture, right? If you look at the picture, that does kind of look like a pumpkin. Like, you have the round shape, and you got that little square shape on the top. I mean, that kind of does look like a pumpkin. So I just think that it's just like they say, or the mirror says when you're driving a car, right? Things don't always appear as they seem. So I think that's what this is.
Well, you were kind of on the right track when you're talking about a mirror in a car, but it basically says things don't appear as close as they seem. So that is what it actually says, not as it seems. So
Right.
anyway, Dragon Viper, what's your thoughts on this lady for $5 million? Like, really? Come on.
I think it's her trying to make easy money. I think, you know, it's frivolous. You know, I laugh at all these frivolous lawsuits that I read about and hear about, and because it's ridiculous. No judge is going to sit there and go, "Oh, you're unhappy because one little piece of candy doesn't have a smiley face on the pumpkin." What really? I mean, come on. These people doing frivolous lawsuits are just trying to make a way to make easy money so they don't have to make their own, and are real picky and particular about everything, and they drive me nuts. So it's ridiculous. It's $5 million. It's ridiculous. There's even any discussion about this lawsuit at all. It's stupid. I read about this before, and I thought the same thing then as I do now.
I mean,
I think the judge is gonna sit there and laugh,
because this to me would be like Dragon Viper trying to sue the movie Rapunzel because they didn't ask for his permission to make it.
Oh my god!
So it would be like that. But
come on, Viper, I'll be your lawyer. Let's win that case together.
For $5 million, like I can't figure out where the figure comes from. Like that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is like, why? Where's the $5 million coming from? So, Crispy, what's your thoughts?
I mean, it kind of looks like a pumpkin, but I mean, we've seen a bunch of food lawsuits going around where they get a sub sandwich from Subway, and they're like, well, it's not what I paid for, and all that stuff, and I mean, it's just outrageous.
Sorry.
No, I get that. But I don't know. I just can't wrap my head around this. So, Christy, what's your thoughts on this lawsuit?
Okay, this lawsuit is ridiculous. I'm looking at the candy. It looks like a pumpkin, has the stem like a pumpkin. I just think the judge is just going to laugh at this lady and be like, "Get the hell out of my courtroom. Your case is dismissed." It's so stupid. And and I agree with Dragon Viper on this. Just seems like she just wants to make a quick buck, and this is a way to do it, is sue a big company like Hershey for a large amount of money. But I don't think she's going to get it.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's definitely trying to make money by a lawsuit. Thing is like sometimes it makes me wonder, where do they come up with these numbers though?
I don't know. Like I said, Hershey is a big company. Bringing the dancing lobsters. Oh my god.
No, I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, where do they come up with these numbers? Is this lady trying to say that she spent $5 million on Hershey's bars in her life? Like, I don't.
Probably got it from the air. Said, I'll go for 5.
Yeah, let's do $5 million.
So Tanner's saying, not gonna lie, when the image first came up, I was gonna laugh because I was prepared for Rishi's to put a turd in a candy wrapper. So, I mean, I could see a lawsuit there.
Right there, but this looks like a pumpkin. The shape, the top of it looks like a pumpkin.
But she was talking about the face. When you look at the wrapper,
the jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a jack-o'-lantern face. So that's where that lady was getting it from.
Right.
What is a jack-o'-lantern?
I think in every grocery store I've gone into, and they sell these Reese's shaped pumpkins, it just says pumpkin. It doesn't say jack-o'-lantern on the packaging.
They are delicious, though.
Oh, they're fantastic. As a Reese's peanut butter cup fanatic, I love it.
They are very, very delicious.
So good. So good.
Oh, yeah. I see those, and I'm like, Halloween time, I just want to get a bunch of those.
It doesn't matter what it is. I'll be like, can I have some? Can I have some Reese's peanut butter cup, please?
Yeah, exactly. So
exactly. Callan. So $5 million for no pumpkin face. Oh boy.
That's my point. Like $5 million. Where? How?
It's like how?
But
maybe you can get a box of Reese's, but not $5 million.
But there is going to be a judge and a lawyer that's going to take this case. And
Yeah.
you know that.
Of course.
Oh
Of
yeah.
course.
Yeah.
They're just like that's like
That's
suing
like-
peeps because they don't look perfect. They don't look like perfect chicks. I'd be
Right, exactly.
jeez. Oh,
Yeah, that's
God.
true.
There,
So true.
there's some good ones out there. All right, so going into our next one, this one shall actually be pretty fun too, I think. Basically, what this next one is, and you may have heard about this one before or not, but this lady goes into a restaurant, she orders a cocktail, and she didn't realize that the cocktail was over $2,000 cocktail.
Oh wow.
But it's a 2,000 pound. I'm looking at the.
Yeah, well, no,
Yeah.
this, but
Uh-huh.
in real, like in US though, like it actually said it was over $2,000 too, in the
Whoa.
US. So
Must be one hell of a
um,
drink.
yeah.
Ugh.
So she ordered it, and let's see if I can find the article.
Mhm.
And when she did that, she got it. Well, so she said, so the woman says she accidentally ordered a $2,400 cocktail,
Ooh.
and she
Whoa.
said, and she said she could not pay for it. And
Oh my
um,
God.
now to me, when you're looking at the situation and somebody's saying that they order it and they can't pay for it, like, can you imagine having it like that? Would kind of be embarrassed, right? You would be embarrassed.
Yeah.
Mhm. I would.
I would.
I mean, my face would be beat red out of just complete embarrassment because, like, I ordered a drink for how much? Oh boy.
Yeah. Now, what this lady's saying is that initially, now this is kind of where it kind of gets goofy.
Okay.
Because she said that when she got it, they told her the total, and she was like, okay, well, I can't pay for that because I didn't know that cocktail was that much.
Oof.
She said, I can't pay for it. And apparently the bartender said, okay, that's fine. But then the lady decided to drink it. So then she drank it, and then they go, okay, well, you drank it.
Excuse me.
So because you drank it, you have to pay for it. And she was like, well, hold on. You told me it was okay. You told me it was okay. Like, I didn't have to pay for it. And it's like, well, that was before
Okay.
you drank it. So, Callan's saying $2,168 cocktail in US dollars. Damn.
Damn.
And Tana's even saying, I can't even think of any liquor worth $2,000 a shot.
I couldn't
Exactly.
either.
I can't think of a high quality beer that's worth $2,000. You can't.
I can't wait to hear how Isaiah would approach this.
Oh yeah.
Isaiah, how
This
would you
should
approach?
be interesting.
How would you approach this situation?
Well, first of all, I would never get something like that. I mean, it has to be really special to cost that much. Like for 2,000, what was it? 158? Is that what the price was?
$2,168. Yeah.
21. Yeah.
2,160. Listen, the only drink that's worth that much is a nice cold pina colada. That's the only drink that is worth that much.
What?
I would pay that much.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
This
I
is
would-
like at the most high-end restaurant in the world.
Yes, I would pay for one pina colada. I would pay that much for it. That's my set limit price. But
That's insane.
Wow.
no, because pina coladas are amazing. Like,
oh my god.
like the best of the best. Oh my god, you got to go like all high level for that. So, I mean, first off, the I agree with you guys. The lady should never have drank it because,
No.
obviously she said I can't pay for it. The bartender was like, okay, that's fine, but the bartender never gave you permission to drink it. He just said, okay, you
Exactly.
can't like pay for it. Well, then don't drink it. That's like the normal policy when you're at a bar. And trust me, I've been at a bar several times the last month. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like the lady, I don't know, maybe she was already drunk going into the bar. That's the only way I can explain this.
Well, typically when you order a drink at a bar, they typically let you know how much it's going to be.
Yeah.
All right.
Read the menu, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Read the menu. Pay attention.
So Callan's saying, have you called Rupert Holmes back there yet, Square 4? Callan, don't confuse them. You're gonna
Don't.
Who
confuse
the heck is Rupert Holmes? I'm still waiting for
That's what I'm
him.
saying. You were gonna confuse him.
Great.
Oh my
And
God.
so Tanner's
Famous
saying, I
author,
agree. Pina coladas are good, but you are high if you think they are worth $2,000.
Yeah, exactly. These pina
There's
coladas
no-
are not expensive.
There's no drink I can think of that would be
I
worth
can't think of one
$2,000.
either. I can't. I mean, there's not even. I mean, I've had a margarita before, but a margarita is not expensive.
Yeah, I don't. All right, so Dragon Viper, what's your thoughts?
Well, for one, how did she not know it was that much? How? I don't understand it. I mean, and then of course it was kind of, the server's fault by not getting it from her when she said she couldn't afford it. He should have just
Right.
grabbed it and taken it back, but he left it there for her to drink, even though there was, he said it was okay, as in it was okay, she can't pay for it, but he should have, whoever the server was, should have taken it back. There is absolutely no drink in the world, and I'm a drinker. There is no drink in the world worth $2,000. I don't care what Isaiah says.
Okay.
So no, she should be paying the money, and if she doesn't have the money, then they should have a consequence for it. But absolutely no drink worth $2,000. She should have known how much it was before getting it. And it was also kind of the server's fault for not taking it back when she said she didn't have the money.
Right.
Yeah, so basically what you're saying is you would make her pay for it, right? Correct?
Yeah, I'd make her pay for it, and if she couldn't pay for it, I'm sure wherever she was, they had to have some kind of policy that states for people who have their drinks and don't pay.
Mm-hmm.
So follow policy and all that, but she should have paid, and if she didn't, there's consequences for it.
Yep.
There is. All right. So Christy, do you also agree though that she should have had to pay for it 100%?
Yeah, she should have. But the bartender should have said, "Well, if you can't pay for it, then I have to take the drink back."
Yeah, if you're not.
He said it was okay. Yeah, but she would have drank it. That's just ridiculous.
So, Callan's saying everybody on this panel but Leong knows who Rupert Holmes is. Yeah, he's saying
he sing the
Pina
Pina
Colada
Colada,
song.
Yeah,
Pina
exactly.
Colada song released back in 1979.
Which
is iconic song if you want to sing. You want to hear a song about pina coladas.
It's
Wait,
actually
there's
called
a Pina Colada song? Really?
Yes. The song is actually called Escape, but it's,
it's also
but
known as the Pina
but
Colada
it's a Pina
song.
Colada song.
Yeah, because Pina Colada is mentioned in the chorus of the song.
While I doubt there are liquors out there that cost that much, I find it wild that this woman happened to find one.
No.
It's like, where was she to where she had found a $2,000?
This lady was in
drink?
Ireland. So this lady was in Ireland.
Oh, Ireland. Okay.
And
There's a pub in Ireland that sells a drink that's over $2,000. That's wild.
yeah, because apparently, like the drink is called 1890. That's what
Ooh.
it's called. It's called
Huh.
1890.
I wonder.
Yeah.
Not for $2,000. I don't want.
Not for two. No, definitely not. Sounds like an interesting drink, but not worth $2,100 in American money.
Yeah, for $2,000, I can tell you that's not happening anytime soon.
No,
Exactly.
It's not. Oh my
I
god.
can tell you that flat out. That's not happening anytime soon.
Oh
Not
my
for
God.
no freaking $2,000. And I'm not going to be that dude that if the bartender says, "Okay, it's an honest mistake, it's fine." I'm not going to be that dude that says, "Okay, it's cool. You said I don't have to pay for it. I'm just going to drink it."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
This gal
not
could
going to be that dude
clearly.
at all.
I don't know. No.
So, Crispy, what's your
Yeah.
thought?
If you didn't know what the price was, on the menu and it wasn't listed, I think you would have asked the waiter, the waitress, "Hey, how much is this?" before you pay for it,
Mm-hmm.
or you drank the drink or whatever. But I wouldn't have paid that much. No.
Yeah. No way.
No.
Let's see. So Tanner's saying, "Oh, if that's the name of the drink, I can tell you that it is some really old age liquor she drank."
Yeah, you can probably
Well,
tell by that.
I
Maybe.
wonder what the ingredients in this drink actually are.
So she decided to order the most expensive drink on the menu from a 5-star hotel.
Oh my god.
Jesus. Oh,
That explains it. It's a
Celebrity
5-star
status.
Yes.
So it contained an expensive brand of champagne,
Oh my god.
okay.
some cognac, and then a gold leaf.
Ooh. That
So
sounds-
all three
now that
very
sounds-
expensive things.
Yeah, that sounds really top of the line for
Like
Yep.
people don't realize how expensive some champagne is.
It is.
some like
It is super
French
expensive.
champagne. There's Italian champagne called Prosecco. I think this is not cheap at all. A
Uh-huh.
lot of different champagnes. Like I said, French ones are pretty pricey. I think there's even some champagnes made in the United States are pretty up in price.
Yeah. That one
Like I said, celebrity status.
Exactly.
so Cal's saying that's some pretty top shelf liquor right there.
I agree.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's
Top of the line
that is-
alcohol there.
top of the line
Woo!
stuff right there.
Damn.
All right, so this next one we have, it's a fun one. I get to play you a little bit of a video.
Ooh, okay.
Here we go.
Would you still be friendly? Would you try to take money for yourself? We got permission to film a video at this gas station where I'll be cutting people in line and then winning this giant check for being the 1 millionth customer. First, we have my friend Brady stall at the register until a line forms behind him.
How's it going, boss? I'm good. You guys have Apple Pay?
Then I move in and cut in front of the unsuspecting customers.
Excuse me. Sorry.
As soon as I check out, the other boys come from the back of the store to give me my prize, this giant $10,000 check. This could get a little ugly.
Congratulations! You are the millionth customer.
No way.
Of this establishment, yes. And we would like to
Oh my god.
No way.
we'd like to hit you with a $10,000 check. This might be the lucky day of your life.
No, I was in here first.
So, yeah, so
Why do I feel like
essentially-
this is right out of an episode of Impractical Jokers
Yeah,
here?
so
What is this?
essentially you kind of see what happens is that the guy cuts in front of him, wins $10,000 because he was the millionth customer, but they did it to see how people would react.
Right.
So put yourself in. So let me ask you this. If this was not a social experiment like this one was, let's say that somebody was nice to you and they said, "Oh, I have a cart full. You have 1 or 2 items. So I'm going to allow you to go first ahead of me." They allow you to go first. You step up there. And guess what? You win $10,000 because they let you cut in front of them because you have 1 or 2 items. What are you going to do? Isaiah, what are you gonna do?
Well, my reaction would be, son of a beep! That's what my reaction would be. Because it would be the most unlucky thing ever. Because you doing something nice for someone, and then you let them cut in front of you, and then they end up getting the money when you could have been that millionth customer. Like, it would just be kind of like, what's that movie where it's not a movie, I think it's a TV show where bad luck just happened to that person. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That the kid, I forget his name, but the kid is always like the brunt of the jokes, and he's always like the brunt of the bad luck. So
Did you
it would
say
kind of be like
diarrhea?
that. I wouldn't be more pissed at them, obviously. I would be more like upset and disappointed that I have like literally the worst luck of all time. So
Okay, but
yeah,
but what I'm saying though is
Mhm.
somebody standing in front of you, right? They have a
Yeah.
cart full. They
Right.
see that you have one or two items in your hand. So they then say, okay, hey sir, you can go first. So they allow you to go ahead of them. But when you step ahead of them, you end up winning it. Now, what do you do because they allowed you to go first?
Well, I would take that check and start doing the cha-cha slide or whatever dances that you do at the gym. Because I just want $10,000. I want $10,000. I'd be like, my first move would be like, yeah, let's go.
Oh
But
man.
that's what I would be doing. Because I just want 10 grand. I could buy a plane. I could buy whatever. Like, I would
Did
feel
you say a
bad for the
plane?
person, obviously.
You said a
Where the heck are
plane.
you gonna buy a plane
Sorry,
for $10,000?
The plane would eat up your entire $10,000 check by
Well,
the
I
way.
You're
could
gonna buy a plane
legitimately
for $10,000.
retire with that money, to be honest with you.
No.
Like,
Wait, you're
with
gonna retire with
$10,000. I wouldn't have to work again.
Nope.
What?
No.
Yeah,
No,
$10,000 is a
Sorry,
lot
it
of
doesn't
money.
work that way. That 10 grand doesn't go a long way.
No, it doesn't.
Not like it was like
Are you
back in the
kidding
60s
me?
and 70s.
No, I'm not kidding you.
We're not kidding.
No, I was talking to Isaiah saying
Oh.
you would buy a plane and retire on $10,000.
Doesn't a plane cost like 9 grand, 10 grand? It costs around there, right?
Some
Depending
do,
on the
depending
plane,
on
probably.
It depends on the plane.
How
Did
much
you
does a plane
legitimately
cost?
just ask if a plane costs $9,000 or $10,000?
Yeah, like a private jet.
No.
Oh, that's
You tell
way
me-
more.
No, that's way
You
more.
tell
That's in the
me-
like $15,000 to $25,000, I think.
If you tell me that you
Really?
purchased a private jet for $9,000 or $10,000,
Yeah, like a small one. A small one. Yeah.
I won't be getting on that plane anytime soon.
Alan's got a comment here. Retiring with 10K, not in this state you live in, Leon.
I would not be getting on that plane anytime soon if
No,
you bought a
we-
plane for
we-
$10,000.
Okay, so I looked up. Okay, just for curiosity, I looked up the price for a private jet, and it can cost anywhere from $2 million to over $100 million.
That's
Yeah,
so,
and that-
yeah.
and that-
Isaiah,
yeah.
I don't know
Damn.
where you're coming up with that, but
That's
no.
what. That's
Yeah,
my
and that-
point.
What? Sorry.
That's my point. If you came to me and said, "Hey, I bought a plane for $9 grand. Do you want to go on it?" I'm like, "Hell no! I'm not going on that plane." If you
But
bought
Adam,
that
I
plane
would
for
be,
$9 grand,
well, first of all,
No.
Adam, I would be piloting the plane. Let's face that.
Okay.
Oh,
That's it. That's what we're all gonna die. That's
well,
we're
that's
all
a
gonna
double
die.
negative there.
Oh, according to Tim, what did Tim say?
So,
And no,
well, Tim.
I gotta look at.
So Tim is actually saying that if they allow him to cut, he's gonna at least give him $1,000.
Exactly.
I
So-
would, yeah, I would.
Dragon
Yeah.
Viper, what would you do in both scenarios? If
In
somebody
both-
cut in front of you and they want it, okay, so go with that one first. If somebody cut in front of you and they want it, what are you gonna do?
If they cut in front of me and want it, it makes me kind of not want to be nice anymore, kind of thing, and let people, ahead of me. But no, if they cut in front of me and want it, I'd probably cry. I'd be like, well, that's what I get for being nice, and then of course, and then I'd be upset at myself for being nice like that.
Right.
Are you gonna ask for any money?
No, because I don't like asking for money anyway. So I wouldn't ask. But and if it was on the flip side where I got I cut in front, yeah, I'd offer money to the person that allowed me to cut in front of them, because that I feel that's a appreciation and thank you for being kind. I won this. Here's $1,000, $1,500 for your kindness and for being nice. So that's me on both sides.
All right, so crispy bacon.
Yeah.
Let's say that somebody just cut in front of you. Okay, didn't even ask you, just cut in front of you and wins the 10,000. How were you gonna react?
I'd be bummed, disappointed, but maybe they needed it more than I did. I don't know, but I'd be a little bummed, yeah.
Would
But
you
why
ask
not?
for it? Would you ask for anything because they happened to just cut in front of you?
Probably not, no.
No,
'Cause
okay.
You don't know what their situation is. Maybe they needed it.
All right. So what if somebody allows you to go in front of them and then you win money?
And I might give some of it up.
You might give some of
Right.
it up. Okay.
Depending on the circumstance and all
Yeah.
that. But
So Tim is saying if they cut without asking, that's a whooping on a Pierce back.
Totally agree.
Yeah, if they didn't ask, then yeah, I'd be really angry, and somebody's gonna get hurt.
Right. Exactly.
But if they ask, or if I allow it,
That's a whole different thing.
It would be like what Tom did to Jerry.
What did Tom
Yeah.
do to Jerry?
Well, yeah. So like if you finish the video, it's kind of funny because there is one guy in here that like when he lets him cut, the guy's like, well, that sucks. And they go, what? He's like, I let him cut. So that's my fault, man. He's like, it sucks I missed on the money, but hell, it's my fault. I let him go in front of me. I'm like, all right. So, Christy, how about you? If somebody just cut in front of you
I'd be
without asking.
Yeah, I would be pretty angry about it. Be fuming mad. But then again, if I don't know what their situation is, I can't be too upset about it. But on the flip side, if they asked me if it was okay to cut in front of me, and I said sure, I wouldn't be upset about it. As for if it happened to me, oh boy, that's kind of hard.
Yeah, but and you would feel
I
like
would share a little. I would share some of the money with them.
yeah. I was gonna say if somebody let you go in front of them, you would you would want to give them something, right?
I'd
You
want
would
to
be
give
like,
them some. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
yeah, be like,
not
hey,
be don't want to be completely greedy or anything like that.
yeah, heck, I'll give you $1,000. Here you go.
Yeah.
I'll give you $1,000.
Give you
You let me
$1,000,
cut in front of you.
$1,500, and just move on.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
So, now we're to this point in the show. It's the very last part of it, and the very, very last part of it is Isaiah's movie review. Is the very, very last part.
No.
Oh, here we go.
Get ready.
The movie review that Isaiah, and I know Callan's been waiting for this one too.
He's watching.
So
The Mighty Ducks!
movie
Not the Mighty
review that Isaiah gets to review today is the movie Bull Durham.
Wait, Bull Durham. That
Bull
rings a bell. That rings a bell.
Bull Durham.
Oh
I
boy.
hope so.
Tell me what is Bull
Ladies
Durham?
and gentlemen, welcome to hell.
That actually, that actually rings a bell.
Okay.
Okay.
How?
I'm trying to formulate the image though in my head. All right, I think I got it. I
think you got it. What is Bull Durham?
So Bull Durham is it's a Western movie that takes place in like the 1800s. Or no, it takes place in the 1900s. it involves a guy riding a horse, and he goes to a bar to meet women, and he has been alone in his life for the entirety of his life. He's desperate, can't find women, and then he decides to. Yeah, he decides to be loose. He decides to loosen up, have some fun. So he rides on that invincible or the remote control bull, and one of the women likes what she sees. They go out on a date. It's like Romeo and Juliet Western style. And then Romeo and Juliet Western style. They go on a couple of dates. Woman gets trampled by a horse, and then the man feels so sad, takes her to a hospital. The doctor said she can't recover. So he basically just goes with her to the hospital, and they get married at the hospital, and that's basically it. That's what I can come up with. Yeah, go ahead, Christy.
You are 100% wrong.
You lost again, Isaiah.
That was
It's
a gigantic
baseball movie.
That was a gigantic swing and a miss.
Hence Tim's comments, swing and miss.
It's
a baseball movie, Isaiah.
Oh,
Not a
Bull
minor
Durham.
league. Bull Durham.
Wait, I thought that was Ray Durham.
Oh my
No, so Bull Durham, I'll tell you, to me is probably top 3 in baseball movies ever.
Besides Field of Dreams, which is another
Well,
really
yeah,
great
but that's
baseball
why.
movie.
But that's why I said it's top 3 because
Yeah,
Bull
exactly.
Durham is a fantastic movie. It's fantastic, and it's
Yeah.
and like you can't butcher that any worse than you just butchered that.
Yeah,
Oh my
a
God.
movie starring one of the best actors ever to star in any type of sports movie, Kevin Costner. Why?
Western Romeo and Juliet.
What? Yeah, I was like, what the? Wait. Since when did this turn to Shakespeare in the Old West here?
When I thought about Bull
Please
Durham,
take it out.
What an imagination!
this is why I should be a film creator.
There's a team in the minor league baseball named after this movie, Isaiah.
Exactly, and I think it's Durham, North Carolina.
Bull Durham is a comedy about the Durham Bulls.
In fact,
Really? Wow, that's
here's
interesting.
the
to
movie
know.
poster for the movie right here.
Bull Durham.
Durham.
Bull Durham.
Wait,
Kevin
can you show that
Costner
again?
in the picture. Right here.
Oh my! When I thought about the cover, I thought about it was a farmer riding on a horse in the Western
No, it's
scene.
not,
with the cowboy hat.
Not even
it's
close.
a minor league baseball team in Durham, North Carolina.
Not even close.
Isaiah
Anyways,
loses again.
so I'm glad everybody got to be here for Isaiah's movie
Thank God
review.
Calvin's not
even
on
though-
for that.
Oh,
Even though he butchered it, it wasn't
he
even
totally
close.
butchered it.
I'm glad we were all there for it. So anyway, now we can kind of go around and kind of give our final thoughts. So Crispy Bacon, what's your final thoughts?
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching and tuning in. I'm surprised you guys didn't bring up another food item. I think I saw on TV
Ooh.
the peanut butter and bacon shake and burger.
Ooh.
Oh,
Where's
yeah.
that at?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Well, I didn't do
Got
my. Go ahead, Crispy.
Oh, she was asking where we was at. I said
Yeah, I was
Sonic.
curious.
Yeah.
Oh, Sonic? Oh.
Yeah, it's at Sonic.
Okay.
And I normally do a top 5 list. This week
Mhm.
I did not do it, but that's okay. All right. Dragon Viper. Any final thoughts for you?
Why is it I lose brain cells every time I hear Isaiah's movie review? I don't get it.
I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, it was fun tonight. And in the words of Calvin, Isaiah loses again. And I hope everybody has a good night. And I don't know if there's a movie or entertainment hour tomorrow, but I will not be there. So we'll just watch Coast to Coast to make sure that if there is one tomorrow night or not.
All right. Christy, your final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Thanks for watching. Thank you guys for letting me on. And God, Isaiah. Oh boy.
All right.
Just stay tuned for Coast to Coast to check out stuff like Between the Ropes and all other kinds of fun stuff.
All right, Isaiah, your final thoughts.
My final thoughts is it was a good show. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Callan, hopefully you get better soon. And also shout out to that flight attendant that saved my life today, because I don't know if you guys all know, but I almost lost my phone forever because I left it on the plane while I was checking to see if passengers were boarding. Left it on the plane that was bound for Guadalajara. Passenger,
God.
the flight attendant took it, sent it
This
to the
is
lost
why I
and
keep
found,
mine attached to
saved
my
my life.
hand.
Shout out to her.
All right, so thank you all for watching again. It's been another fun episode, and you can catch us next week. And I'm glad I'm back. And Callan, we hope you feel better soon. We hope you're back soon. And with that, everybody have a fantastic night, and we'll see you next Thursday for another episode of Kicking It. Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.